Welcome, Let's Talk Sport viewers on YouTube for this FA Cup semi-final preview between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, taking place, of course, at the home of Tottenham Hotspur this season, Wembley Stadium, this coming Saturday at 5 o'clock-ish, 5:15, I think it is. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting tie for both teams. Of course, this is the only piece of silverware online for both teams entering the latter stages of the season, since both of them are out of the Champions League and out of the Premier League, after, of course, City clinching the title last weekend after a Manchester United defeat to West Bromwich Albion. That's a poor one for the record books for Manchester United there. Of course, Tottenham did play against Manchester City as well last weekend as well, 3-1 in favour of the Citizens there. But going into this one, both teams will still have another game to play in the midweek as well in the Premier League, with Bournemouth hosting United on the Wednesday, and then Brighton hosting Tottenham on Tuesday night. So they both got teams to play beforehand, Jamie, but United and Tottenham will want to play strong teams in this one because of the silverware that's on offer, and to break that kind of that weight for the FA Cup for both sides, because it's been quite some time for both sides, hasn't it?
It has. I mean, it's definitely a make or break for both teams, because could be the highlight of Tottenham and United's season. And for Tottenham, I think they've had a great season. It's yet again that their team is just not getting the results that they want at the end of the season, and that's no trophies. The FA Cup's their best chance, and I think they deserve a trophy out of all this work that they've done since they lost the title to Leicester City a couple of years back. But, they're up against Man United. It's a bit weird, isn't it, having a semi-final pretty much at Tottenham's home ground for this season. So, I think Tottenham should be the favourites for this just because of that. And Tottenham, in my eyes, are a lot more dangerous than United. They can score goals when needed. But they are known for not performing in the big games from time to time. And I think that's where Jose Mourinho will feel confident United could make the final.
So, looking ahead at the head-to-heads between the two teams, it's been quite an even split. Both teams have had 3 wins from the last 6 fixtures played between the two sides. But the interesting to note is that United have only won by 1-0 in whenever they've had the home team, because the home team's always won. United only won by 1-0 over the past 3 meetings between them and Tottenham. Of course, this is going to be played at a so-called neutral stadium of Wembley, but United are the home team. So do you think this is going to be quite an equal affair, or do you think it could go swing one way to one of the other teams?
See, this is the problem I have with the FA, and I've never understood this structure anyway. Why is Wembley a semi-final venue anyway? They did this when the new Wembley was built, and it used to be Villa Park and Old Trafford. Why can't that be a thing still? Because Wembley should be special for the final. It shouldn't be a semi-final stadium as well. Euro 2020 is going to be the semi-finals for Wembley as well as the final, which I don't understand that either. But, that's your way for an FA. They don't exactly know what the fans want. But what I will say is, the head-to-head does say a lot. I mean, United, I'll have to admit, we just aren't a scoring team. We're not like we were when we had Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez and Berbatov up front, where the goals were all from them. And that's my problem, United. They just don't have the backup. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is gone. I was a bit surprised. I thought he might go in the summer. I thought, he could do the last leg of the season, but sadly he's gone. Lukaku's our only man. Rashford's not always consistently starting. It's a strange one, but I still think this game could be low scoring anyway. Tottenham, we just got to keep Harry Kane out. If we don't keep Harry Kane out, then it's already over, because I'll say this now, if Tottenham take the lead, I can't see United coming back.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle, I think, because how inconsistent have United been throughout the season, really, in terms of their form in the Premier League. And, they've been decent in cup competitions, of course, getting to the round of 16 in the Champions League.
After we lost to Bristol.
And the League Cup against Bristol, of course. But, of course, the FA Cup, thoroughly going through with no goals conceded whatsoever. 2-0 against Derby in the 3rd round, 4-0 against Yeovil in the 4th. 5th round was 2-0 against Huddersfield, and in the quarters 2-0 against Brighton. But yeah, why the contrasting in performances by United so far this season between how they've done in cup competitions and really how they've done in the Premier League? Do you think going up against now a strong Premier League opposition like Tottenham Hotspur could be their undoing, really, in the semi-final?
Well, it's. I mean, last season we were the same league. We were poor. We couldn't even get into the top 4. We had to win the Europa League just to get that Champions League spot, which was a waste because we didn't really get any. Lost to Seville, which we should have won. in terms of the fixture. But, I think that's just the way United are at the moment. We're not the league specialists anymore. We are more into the cups. But, as I said, we're only in the FA Cup. If we lose this, then our season's over. So we could end the season with no trophy, or we could at least make the final and have something to actually play for after the Premier League season.
I think Mourinho wants that trophy as well, doesn't he?
I think he does.
Yeah.
I think it's. He knows it just as much as any United fan. It's the only trophy on offer, but it'd still be good for him because 2 seasons at United, for him to win the Europa League Cup, even though they're poor man's double, and the FA Cup, I'll take that because
the cabinet's filling up again, isn't it?
It is. We're not Manchester City at the moment, so only one team can win the league. So yeah, I'll take that. But I think United fans need to calm down about Mourinho. I think he should stay here for the long run. Give me a name. Come on, who else could take the job?
Come on, scream at me as well.
I must admit, I'm not helping myself. I'm wearing Chelsea colours, talking about Man United here, and they're in the other semi-final.
Well, the other team that's been absent from trophies is, of course, Tottenham Hotspur.
Exactly.
They haven't.
And they deserved it.
Yeah, the League Cup, I think, was in 2007, 2008 when they beat United.
Yeah. Oh no, we beat them in 09.
Chelsea,
they beat Chelsea in 08. Yeah.
So yeah, they would love to win this FA Cup as well, and their journey to the FA Cup so far has been quite a tedious one because they've had quite a few replays. The 3-0 win against Wimbledon was pretty easy to do, but then they had the replays in the 4th and 5th round against Newport and Rochdale, so they have been slipping up every now and then. And they managed to comfortably pass it through against Swansea in the quarterfinals. But really, since Harry Kane's had the injury, he hasn't really been the same kind of player. He's not been the same kind of player. And, well, in time, that will hopefully change in terms of for England's form in the summer. But do you think in this game Harry Kane could still be an impact, or do you think it's still a little bit too soon from his injury back?
I'm not going to criticise the guy. I mean, I'll criticise him now, and then he'll score a hat-trick on Saturday. I think it's just the way it is. He's recovering from an injury. Many world-class strikers like him and Lewandowski and all that just have moments in their careers where it just doesn't go for them in some of the games. I mean, even Ronaldo and Messi can say that in their time in Spanish football. But, I'll say this now. Tottenham need a trophy with this squad because in years to come, the kids will look at their dads and all that and go, how the hell did this team not win a trophy, not even the League Cup? And then the dad will reply, I don't know, son, I don't know. And it's Dele Alli, Harry Kane, just in general been amazing. Eriksen's been incredible to watch this season. Son as well. I mean, you could go on about this team. It just needs to win a trophy. And if they want to win the FA Cup, they've got to beat Man United and they've got to beat either Chelsea or Southampton in the final. But let's be honest, if they get Southampton in the final, if they beat United, people can start saying they'll win it. It's an FA Cup at the end of the day. Anyone can win it. I
mean, both teams have full strength quality in there to perhaps go on and win this competition. But Jamie, what do you think the prediction is going to be? What are you thinking?
I think it depends because it depends how. I reckon.
Unbiased, by the way.
Well, I'm gonna say this now. United need to win it in 90. Yeah. I think 90 minutes will do for United. Not because of players could get tired, but I just sense that's the way it should go. Penalty shootout, I'm not confident as a United player. I just feel Spurs have got better finesse shots, make plays if that's a thing. But I think United, if they're going to win it, it'll be in 90. But if it goes longer, I just sense Spurs will do it. And I feel like they may just have that 12th man because they're used to playing at Wembley at the moment.
Yeah, certainly Wembley atmosphere may help them out. Yeah. And I think I have to agree with you. I think if it does go to extra time, I think Tottenham might get the advantage over United. But, United still got quality in their squad. Lukaku, one of the joint, I think he's 3rd and 4th in the FA Cup scoring list. Yeah. Got 5 goals for United this season, so he can be a threat. But it's whether or not they can get their scoring boots going and progress them forward because they haven't done that in the league consistently over the season. So,
but I will say this. I mean, the last few weeks we've played really well against the big teams. We've beaten Liverpool. We came back and beat Chelsea, and we came back and beat Man City at the Etihad. So all I can say is that Mourinho is doing what he's always been good at as a manager, and that is bringing his team against the big clubs. I mean, he did it with Inter Milan against Barca in the Champions League. He did it with Chelsea beating Manchester City in 2014. Chelsea nearly won the title, but obviously they just didn't have enough points at the end. So you just never know with Mourinho, but yeah, the way it's going, it's an unpredictable performance.
Essentially what you're saying is because it's such a big scalp like Tottenham Hotspur, they've got a better chance of going through than, say, if they were playing in Chelsea's situation against Southampton. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to agree with you there. I think, if Tottenham take it to extra time, I think they're going through. But I think if United manage to do it in the 90, then it's going to be their time to go forward. So that's been our preview for Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester United, taking place this coming Saturday in the FA Cup. Be sure to leave your own comments and predictions for the FA Cup tie in the comments box below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.